When you sprinkle oregano on pizza, you probably don't give it much thought.
Right, it's just there.
Exactly. But get ready because we're about to find out it's like way more than just a flavor enhancer.
Hmm.
We've been looking into some really interesting material that paints oregano as well, a genuine medicinal powerhouse.
It really does. The sources we looked at consistently use terms like packed with antioxidants, vitamins, essential compounds. It's quite striking.
And it even gives us some surprisingly straightforward ways to, actually use these benefits in our daily lives.
Yeah, practical stuff, not just theory.
So, the mission for this deep dive basically is for everyone listening to walk away with some concrete ideas for tapping into oregano's wellness potential.
Absolutely. And right off the bat, those compounds you mentioned, carvacrol and thymol, they really jump out.
Okay, carvacrol and thymol.
Yeah, the sources highlight these specifically.
Hmm.
And it seems like they're the main reason behind many of oregano's traditional uses, sort of the active ingredients, if you will.
Right. So if oregano's the powerhouse, these are like the generators inside.
That's a good way to put it,
The material says they're key for its antimicrobial properties.
meaning fighting off germs, bacteria, that kind of thing.
Yeah, and also anti-inflammatory and immune boosting. So when we talk about what oregano does, we're really talking about what these compounds are up to.
Exactly. And connecting that to our health, the sources really push this idea of oregano as an ally for your immune system.
Hmm.
It's not just folklore. The antioxidants are mentioned as neutralizing those harmful free radicals.
Which can weaken your immunity, right?
Right. And the vitamin C is pointed out for directly supporting white blood cell production.
Hmm.
Your body's little soldiers against infection.
So it's like giving your immune system some extra gear, using something you might just have in the kitchen already.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And it seems to go beyond just general support, too. The material really highlights its ability to actively fight bacteria and viruses.
Okay, so it's proactive, not just defensive.
Yeah, the antibacterial and antiviral effects linked to carvacrol and thymol are described as pretty strong, significant even.
Interesting.
So it's not just about feeling generally better, but potentially targeting specific things that make you sick.
Oh.
It does make you wonder, though.
What's that?
Well, are there other common herbs with similar compounds? Could they offer, comparable benefits? Something maybe worth looking into on your own.
That's a really good point. Now, this next bit is interesting, especially for anyone looking for natural respiratory support, coughs, colds.
Oh yeah, classic use for herbs.
And oregano seems like it could be a really useful one here. The source says it can help clear congestion and soothe coughs.
That's right. The compounds can apparently act as an expectorant,
Right.
meaning they help loosen mucus in your airways. Makes it easier to breathe when you're all stuffed up from a cold or other respiratory issues. It's a natural way to maybe find some relief.
Makes sense.
Mm.
And it's not just your sinuses or chest. The source also points to digestive health benefits.
Hmm.
Apparently, it can help with things like bloating, indigestion, and even target some harmful gut bacteria.
Gut health is huge right now, isn't it? Everyone's talking about the microbiome.
Totally.
So the idea that oregano could help balance things out in your digestive system, that's pretty notable. It suggests maybe wider benefits than just easing temporary discomfort.
Okay, and the last big health benefit the source really focuses on is inflammation reduction.
Always a hot topic, inflammation.
Right. We hear about it being linked to so many things. So the fact oregano have anti-inflammatory properties, according to this material, is quite compelling. It might help with, say, joint pain or even skin irritation.
Absolutely. And those anti-inflammatory effects could potentially play a role in managing more chronic inflammatory conditions too, though, more research is always good.
Of course.
But the potential seems to be there, suggesting it's useful beyond just acute problems.
So, okay, we've established oregano as this potent herb, lots of potential perks. But what's really cool is the source gives us the how-to, practical stuff.
Yeah, the DIY remedies. Let's get into those.
First one, oregano-infused oil. What's the deal with this?
It sounds really versatile. The source suggests using it for massages, maybe helping with wound healing, even boosting immunity just by applying it.
Huh.
You're essentially just soaking the oregano leaves in a carrier oil, like olive oil, coconut oil, to gently pull out those beneficial compounds.
And it looks pretty simple to make. Half a cup of dried oregano, a cup of oil, clean jar. That's it.
Pretty much. Put the oregano in, cover it completely with the oil, it's important, submerged, seal it up.
Okay.
Then let it sit somewhere warm and dark for like 2 weeks. Give it a shake sometimes.
2 weeks. Got it.
That slow infusion lets the oil really grab onto the good stuff from the oregano. Then you strain out the leaves.
Right. Get rid of the plant bits.
Exactly. Stored it in a clean bottle. And you can use it straight on the skin or mix it with more oil if you prefer. Pretty adaptable.
Nice. Okay, next up, oregano tea for immunity. This sounds perfect for, feeling a bit run down.
Yeah, classic herbal remedy, isn't it? Tea. Very comforting.
Totally.
The hot water helps release the compounds and flavor, and the source says it's good for colds, flu, even digestion support.
And super simple ingredients. Teaspoon of dried oregano, or 2 if it's fresh. Cup of hot water, optional. Bit of raw honey, slice of lemon.
And nice additions.
Instructions are just leaves in hot water, cover, steep 5-10 minutes. Strain, add the extras if you want. Drink it maybe once or twice a day. Seems easy enough.
It's a gentle way to get those compounds internally. That steeping time is key. Lets everything infuse properly.
Okay, now this next one sounds, well, intense maybe. Oregano steam for congestion.
Ah, the steam inhalation.
Yeah, I can almost feel my sinuses clearing just thinking about it.
This method uses the volatile oils, the aromatic parts of the oregano. When you breathe in that steam,
Yeah.
those oils can help open up your nasal passages, give you some relief when you're really congested. It's very direct.
Okay, and ingredients are minimal, like 4 cups of hot water, and then either a few drops of oregano essential oil or a tablespoon of dried oregano.
Right. Either works.
You pour the hot water in a bowl, add the oregano, then lean over carefully, towel over your head to trap the steam.
Yep. Create a little tent.
And just breathe deeply for 5 or 10 minutes. Repeat if you need to. Sounds like a potent natural decongestant.
It really can be.
Yeah.
The steam delivers those compounds right where you need them. Just, be careful with the hot water and steam. Safety first.
Good point. Always careful with steam. Okay, finally, the DIY oregano tincture for cold and flu. This sounds like the heavy hitter.
Tinctures generally are, yeah. Very concentrated extracts.
Right. For daily immune support, it says.
They usually use high-proof alcohol vodka, brandy, as the solvent.
Why alcohol?
It's really good at pulling out a wide range of compounds from the plant, more than just water sometimes. Plus, it preserves the extract, gives it a long shelf life. So you end up with a potent remedy you only need a little bit of.
Okay, so ingredients. 1/2 cup fresh oregano, or 1/4 cup dried, and a cup of that high-proof alcohol. Process takes longer, though. Put the oregano in a jar, cover it completely with the alcohol, seal it up tight.
And then patience.
Yeah, dark place for 4 to 6 weeks. Shake it sometimes.
That long steep really maximizes the extraction.
Then strain it well, store it in a dropper bottle, and the dose is tiny. Just 10-15 drops a day in water or tea.
Wow. See? Concentrated. The alcohol does a good job extracting and preserving. Creates something quite potent and stable.
So there we have it, oregano. Definitely not just for pizza night anymore.
Not at all.
It's this herb packed with potential health goodies: immunity, inflammation, digestion, respiration.
Yeah, quite a list.
And the source gives us these really practical ways to try it out. Infused oils, teas, steams, even tinctures. It's pretty amazing, actually.
It really is. It kind of highlights the power that might be sitting right in our kitchens, in our gardens. And having these clear, step-by-step recipes makes it feel much more accessible, doesn't it? Like something you could actually try.
Definitely. Okay, so we've taken this pretty deep dive into oregano, looked at the potential health side, and these practical DIY methods.
And it's just fascinating, isn't it? How this simple herb, probably sitting in most spice racks, has such a diverse range of reported medicinal properties.
It really makes you look at everyday stuff differently.
Exactly.
Which leads to kind of a final thought, something for everyone listening to maybe ponder. Given everything we've talked about with oregano, what other common kitchen ingredients might be hiding surprising wellness benefits? What else is just sitting there in our pantries waiting to be rediscovered?
That's a great question. Makes you wonder what other potential we might be overlooking every day.